Hello. So it's our webinar this weekend, and I just got the draft deck from our expert, our new member. So I'm going to be reviewing it right now, seeing if any little tweaks are needed, plus for me to know what to expect, what's about, see how that could be used in the communication, in outbound communication, for both members and trying to engage new members, new joiners. I'm already excited because it looks so good. It's pretty and it's so full of good content. I almost don't want to spoil it for myself, you know? But yeah, you need to have a look. Although, geez, it's so smart. It's almost like too smart for me. Yeah, I hope the expert, the host, will use an easy language to understand for everyone. It's too smart. No, that's not the bad thing. It's a very good thing. And I don't mind to use my weekends to learn something. You know what I mean? And actually, I plan to do this vlog on the webinar stuff. I have a few questions that I would answer. So I'll probably do it this weekend, actually. Yeah, just before or after this webinar happens. So it's going to be a bit of talking, unfortunately. Sorry about that. But there are a few questions that I had asked and I'd like to cover them. Something like, you know, where's the inspiration for webinar themes coming from? How do I feel about hosting those? Because I haven't done many in the past. And like, how is it to do it for the first time? And how is it, like, even the whole design process behind it, really? Because, oh God, I was always so bad with visuals, like all the presentations at work. Geez, they look horrendous. So how to make them pretty? I think there is a way. And yeah, what else was there? Yeah, I guess in general, just like, how do I feel about that? Spoiler alert, probably good, since I'm recording these videos. So I guess I don't mind staying on the camera. Well, yeah. Anyways, I'm not gonna spoil everything. I'm gonna leave it for next video. And now it's time to get to work. It's still about an hour until midnight, so it's still another hour in this day. And let's make it count. Wow, look at this little touch. Not an ad, by the way, but could be. Oh yeah, by the way, the reason I'm not showing what's in there, because it's still a surprise for the members. Little treat, a little favor, as I do for our dinners.
Thing of like, yeah, like all the supplements and all things are great. Hello.
Let's go into YouTube. Wishful thinking, a slightly different approach to recording one of these videos. And as I mentioned, I'll be talking for a bit about the webinars in the club, webinars hosting in general, how we structure it, you know, everything about them, because I received a few questions and I figured it would be useful for anyone who wants to run them, anyone who will be running them in our club, or anyone who's just interested, you know, in hosting those later, or just curious what's happening behind the scenes. So first and foremost, I think why do we have them in the club, and why I feel like it's one of the crucial bit of content to have, and like events to host, if you can call it event. It's an event, you know, transforming into content really, and that's one of the reasons, so that you can always come back to that recording
to that PowerPoint, to those details, to little notes, because they are, of course, available in the recording form and in a PowerPoint, in a PDF for the members after it's been done. Plus, it's also a way for our members to give back to the community because all of our webinars are hosted and led either by me or the members on the topic that they either are expert of or just passionate about and, have something to kind of like tell and talk and share and something that's relevant to the theme for our month. Another reason it's good way to share with the public. So someone who is not yet in the club and would like, learn something about it and have access to those, I'm happy to share. So yeah, it will be, it's still work in progress. So some of that it's free. I'll see some of that may be behind the paywall. It will depend. I'll see how I play that. And another reason is because some of our members are actually not in the UK. And so that's a chance for them to tap in to the community and, actually see someone face to face, even though it's online. And yeah, another yet great opportunity to connect. So how do we come up with ideas, I guess? That's a mix, I'd say. First of all, I kind of see what's relevant. So you know how January was all about planning the year and the goals and the reflections, hence it was the webinar on the same theme. Then February was around self-care and making yourself a priority and loving and celebrating. Hence it was about anti-aging and longevity and just living long and healthy and feeling good. Then March, yet to see what the March is going to be about. I'm kind of thinking maybe fitness related, maybe language, maybe books, probably fitness, we'll see. April is going to be probably around finances because it's a new financial year. And we have some members who are quite equipped in that space and they did a fair amount of research and actually put in all those lessons into practice. So I'm sure they'll have a lot to share. So that's going to be probably in for April. Well, actually, members don't know that yet. So you're the first one here. Yeah, so the ideas just kind of come up from the mix of some of my members like coming forward and say like, hey, I want to talk about it, or this is what I'd like to talk about it, and this is what I can talk about and kind of share my knowledge. Plus, I see how that aligns with the theme of the month. And that's how the ideas come from. So again, from anywhere and everywhere really. Kind of listening as well to the community, what they'd like to learn about. So I've heard about this fitness, for example, and that's something I can add in since I'm in the space for quite a few years, and I've did like my personal trainer certification, and I train people online, so that's something I could add. Yeah. So those are on the ideas. And ideas and trends and inspiration. Okay, the creation of the deck. So the creation of the deck. So most of us, me, myself including, we haven't done this before. And so we've attended a lot. Obviously, I've attended a lot of different webinars, but I haven't done it myself. And I'm like, okay, where do I start? And I wouldn't say huge advocate of AI. AI is a bit of a, I don't know if you're familiar with bodybuilding world. I would say it's a PED of this kind of like work stuff. So it's a performance enhancement drug. I don't know if you can say this word on YouTube. Well, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't have enough followers, so hopefully to get flagged for that. But yeah, AI is kind of like PED of the professional world, as in like it surely helps, but if you don't put actual work in, it's not going to do any good, and it's probably only going to do harm. So that having said, I am using Gamma AI to create the decks. Let me share it with you. Actually, let me share my screen and see how it looks. There we go. You should be able to see. So that's, for example, where I was creating the previous deck, right? So it's Gamma app, and you kind of like talk to AI and you roughly put in what you want. And then you can adjust it in a way. You can enhance it with AI and, do a bit of here and there. I wouldn't say it's like perfect by all means, but it's kind of good starting point. So, if you just don't know where to start, then that's a good way to go, I'd say. It makes it quite pretty. And then you can edit like your pictures and a text because you can export it into PowerPoint. So I'm exporting normally to PowerPoint that I can edit the footer and other bits. And that's the way I like to do it. And I find it like quite probably the most efficient way to do. Um, then for hosting the webinars, like actually running the calls, I myself found Google Meet quite good. Again, if you have any other suggestions, please feel free to share. But I just felt, because I do have Gmail, obviously, and I use Google quite a lot. And Google Meet and the package that they offer has quite a good flexibility of storage, recorded like session length. So not like Zoom, the free Zoom is like 40 minutes, and Google, not the free option though, but still I think a good subscription offer. You can go up to I think 24 hours even from the recording, like not that we need it, but yeah. So that's good for like recording stuff and just working with it and sharing screens and then storing it in Google Drive. So it works for now. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be in the future. So that's like the technicalities basically. Yeah. Creating the deck, rehearsing a bit, sharing all the details, because then it all goes through Google and calendar and invites and meets. So that's kind of all that. When creating the deck, of course, not like Gamma app is not going to do everything for you. So there's a bit when you need to think a little bit about like agenda and story. And that definitely I find like is a bit for me to learn. Oh my God, it's already 19 minutes. I'm sorry. It's something for me to learn, I guess, and improve. Yeah, is the creating a story behind it, because it needs to be a bit more engaging. But still, that's a learning process. We all go through that. And then you present, and that's kind of that. And how do I feel? That's a question I got like recently. It's like, how do I feel about presenting and like hosting and all that? I do feel fine. Like that's why I guess I'm recording this one, and it's fine, and it's not much of a different really. Plus, when we present was like we as like me and members and other experts, when we do these webinars, it's because we want to do that. Like no one forces you to do that. So you would only be presenting on a topic that you genuinely interested in, and you're passionate about. So you actually want to talk about it, and you have something to say about it and you have an opinion and you have thoughts and you know stuff about it. So I feel like it's a bit easier. It's just like talking to the friend, and then it feels a bit more genuine as well because we're not trying to, I don't know, sell anything in those webinars or convince anyone to do something, or we just genuinely share what we find useful and what other members would find value in. So, it's a win-win situation. There's nothing to worry about. There is nothing wrong to say that. Or if you do say something wrong, well, then it's an open discussion. You can talk, that's what we're here for. We like learning from each other. So it's great that someone can add something else that's even better. So yeah, definitely don't feel like discouraged to present in the club. And I'll leave a link to our last webinar, probably for you to have a look if you'd like on the anti-aging and longevity and see kind of like how it's been done this weekend, a couple of days ago. And hopefully it gives you a bit more insight as well, like how is it going and what's like our online presence is in terms of webinars. Because of course there's also a Discord community, the online community, and there's offline meetups, but this is still an important part of it where we kind of share the knowledge like of each member. Well, I think I chatted away enough, and thank you for watching another vlog, very much live, or just me, talking it out from the first attempt actually. So hopefully you enjoyed, and see you next time. Any comments, questions, suggestions, whatever, how you feel about it, open in chat. Sorry, in the comments. Have a good day.
Hello again. I know I said bye, but I just listened to the recording and yeah, I'm sorry, it doesn't seem to be good. I just tried a bit different approach. Don't think I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, I didn't like the sound of that mic. Hopefully you can hear me okay. But also I forgot to share the webinar application form. I just feel like since I'm sharing everything, I may as well share this one. So when a member applies to speak, so they kind of come to me like, hey, there's this topic, I'd like to talk about. And I'm like, cool, fill in this form, fill in the details so that I get an idea what's it going to be about, see where it fits, when it fits, how it fits, and also kind of like learn how to communicate it to the members, like what to expect. So let me switch my camera around. Actually, I'm not sure I can do that. Oh well. Let me just turn it around and I'll show you roughly then how it looks. Okay, so that looks something like that. So it's a Google form with the webinar application, just kind of like asks different questions about what's that about, what's the topic, why are you talking about it, and yeah. Okay, well, now that's all. Now I think I've covered more or less all the questions about webinars. If any left, please ask in the comments. I'm happy to answer anything else that I may have forgotten. And thanks for watching. See you next time.